There is a myth going around FS25 that you should never buy used equipment, because it's the worst investment you can make. They say you'll lose precious yield, burn extra fuel, and that repairs can save it from working like trash. But is that actually true? Or just we all repeating bad advice? I decided to test every scenario with every type of equipment to find out what actually matters. Let's start with the most obvious suspect, the harvester. Let's start with one of the most common beliefs out there: the working hours ruin performance. The idea is that older equipment, even when repaired, just doesn't perform the same. Lower yield, more fuel use, you name it. So I built a controlled test. 4 identical harvesters and headers, mixed and matched between brand new and 50-hour used. Same field, same time of day, same crop, same everything. And guess what? Every single comma gave me the same exact yield. Not even a single liter of crop lost. The only difference? Used harvesters took 9 times more damage during the exact same job. So, where is the miss coming from? My bet, players see their used machine fall apart middle field and assume that the hours are to blame. But if it's not the hours, then what? Here is where things started to get interesting. I ran a new set of tests, this time with equipment in a rough shape. Not just used, but worn down. First, a brand new harvester with a 50% damaged header. In FS22, worn tools meant lost yield. But in FS25, nothing. Zero impact. The header could be falling apart, and you'd still get a full harvest. Next, I ran a harvester with 50% damage. Same field, same crop, same header. This time yield dropped by 12%. And then the big one. A harvester at 100% wear. One last job before scrapyard. It still worked, but it lost a staggering 40% of the crop. Let me be clear, headers don't matter, wear on the harvester does. It's not the hours, it's not the age, it's the damage. If you don't repair your harvester, you're not just risking a breakdown, you're giving away your harvest. Next up, same test, different machine, Forage Harvester. And honestly, no surprises. Worn header, no impact. Worn harvester, yep, yield drops again. So at this point, the pattern's pretty clear. It's the machine that matters, not the attachment. Mowers were next, and this one took a hilarious turn. I tested 3 setups: brand new tractor with brand new mower, new tractor with a worn-out mower, and a worn-out tractor with a brand new mower. First takeaway, the mower itself doesn't care. You can run it into the ground, it's still cut just fine. But the tractor, that's another story. The 50% worn one took more time and used more fuel. And the 100% worn tractor, it's completely gave up. Couldn't even move with the mower turned on. To be fair, it was a borderline case. The tractor had just enough power when fully repaired. But still, it was like the thing looked at the field and said, "Nope." So yeah, keep your tractors in shape. The mowers won't mind, but the engines sure will. Next up, balers and forage wagons. Now, to make this test fair, I didn't collect the grass directly from the field. You know, it always has slight variations in volume, even if the field looks identical. So instead, I dumped the exact same amount of grass on the ground for each test. That way, we're testing the machines themselves, not the harvest conditions. And here is verdict. Wear doesn't matter. No extra fuel usage, no slowdown, no loss in output, just smooth operation. Honestly, it's kind of refreshing. So if you've got a rusty old baler sitting around, don't worry about it. It will still do the job. Now here is a weird one. two machines I didn't expect much from. First up, the stone picker. I figured we might mess with collection or slow things down. But nope, not even a little. Brand new or completely worn, it works exactly the same. Then I moved on to the wood chipper, and that's where things got weird. It looks stationary, it runs like normal, but when it's worn out, it actually produces less wood chips from the same exact log pile. Yup, same logs, same time, less yield. I was honestly shocked.
What the fuck?
The stone picker? Totally immune. But the chipper? Secretly inefficient when worn. And unless you're watching out your output closely, you might never even notice. And now my favorite surprise for the whole test. The spreader was running lime, while the seeder had built-in fertilizer application. I ran the same tests with both brand new and fully worn machines, and somehow the worn-out ones used about 25% less consumables. That's not a fluke. I ran the lime spreader tests 3 times just to be sure. Then I double-checked with PowerTools. Every single square had full 3-stage coverage, exactly like the new one. Same job, same result, less input. That's definitely a bug, and I hope Giants will fix that soon. But my job here is to examine, not to judge. Still, it's kind of poetic. FS logic at its finest. Let's go back to this 50-hour harvester example. Brand new, it costs more than 700,000. If you find it on 50 hours though, it would be 75% off. Sure, it wears out 9 times faster than the new one, but the full repair costs only 66,000. That means the discount almost covers 3 full repairs. And it still makes it a solid deal on a long run. Unlike a subscription to this channel, which is a guaranteed good deal. Now for the wear itself. The results speak loud and clear. If you're using something like a baler, stone picker or mower, wear barely matters, or doesn't at all. In fact, spreaders and seeders with wear actually used less resources, somehow. So with us, repair only if you feel like it. But with harvesters and wood chippers, it's a different story. Where on those tanks your yield. We're talking up to 40% loss. That's a deal breaker. So yeah, keep them maintained if you care about your harvest. Wanna see more Mythbusting tests like this? Let me know in the comments what I should evaluate next. Or check out this ultimate silage guide right here. See ya on a neighbor field, farm bros.